Hello everybody, my name is Mal and today I'm going to tell you about another video. The American Civil War, Open Simplify Part 1. Still, continue. Forget it.
What on earth are you thinking about? The John Brown farm?
Wow, John Brown farm. Wait. Harper's Ferry raided.
Soon, there'll be 1,000,000 John Browns. 1,000,000 John Browns?
Okay, look. Human content, and this guy was just... Oh, really? It's just beards. There's no cotton like this. And here's a brown prophet.
What on earth are you thinking about?
What on earth are you thinking about?
The John Brown farm?
A John Brown farm. A serious.
Yeah, me too. To make matters worse,
To make matters worse,
New Northern Free States meant
New Northern Free States. Oh, okay. Wisconsin, Minnesota, Oregon, and last week California. New Northern Free States met that. Now the Southern states were now outnumbered.
now the southern states really were out.
Ooh, 18 versus 15. That's winning. Really, we're outnumbered. And they were beginning
Numbered, and they were beginning to feel bitterly
spiteful and oppressed.
spiteful and oppressed.
Oh, this guy's too mad. It's his eyeballs, the blood vessels.
Further fear began to
Where's the lanky guy who wins Republican nomination? He's gonna take our slaves. Further fear began to spread in the South.
spread the South when news broke that a
When news broke that a relatively
unknown figure had just
secured the Republican Party nomination for president. Ooh. Wait, they're the same. Hey, drinks? What's that? Morning at May 19, 1860, 6 cents. Oh yeah, 6 cents was still small cents, but now it was for a bit. He's gonna take our slaves. The Southern Star. Everyone will look.
secured the Republican Party nomination for president. Abraham
Lincoln, mostly well-liked among anti-slavery
Lincoln, mostly well-liked among anti-slavery Northerners, had
made some of the most powerful
made some of the most powerfully worded speeches against slavery of any politician
speeches against slavery of any politician.
at the time.
Freedom rules, slavery rules.
And now there was a
And now there was a chance.
that he and his cheekbones
He and his cheekbones? Wait, cheekbones. That could become president.
could become president. For the South, that would be too.
For the South, that would be too much. Stupid 68. Serious? Don't make me say that again, you Southerners. Abraham Lincoln was one of the most best friends during the entire U.S. history.
Much. In the 1860 election,
In the 1860 election,
Lincoln's name didn't even appear on the ballot
Lincoln's name didn't even appear on the ballot
in 10 southern
in 10 southern states.
states. But much to their horror,
But much to their horror,
when the final results came in,
when the final results came in,
Lincoln had won by an electoral college.
Lincoln had won by an electoral college landslide. Okay, Abraham Lincoln, Republican. Oh, 180. John C. Breckinridge, Senate Democrat, 72. John Bell, Constitutional Union, 39. And Stephen A. Douglas, North Democrat, 12. So small.
Landslide. Lincoln himself tried to calm
Lincoln himself tried to calm their fear.
their fear. How many times do I have to tell
How many times do I have to tell you?
you I'm not gonna take away your
I'm not gonna take away your slaves.
slaves? Yeah, right, honest Abe.
Yeah, right, honest Abe.
We've had enough of you Northerners.
We had enough of you Northerners.
We're gonna go form our own country.
We're gonna go for our own country.
You can't do that.
You can't do that. Why not?
Why not? Well,
If you had won the election,
if you had won the election, would it be okay for us to leave?
it would be okay for us to leave?
Of course not.
Of course not.
Well, why not? Because
Well, why not? Because that's not how victim mentality works.
that's not how victim mentality.
What's victim mentality. What is that? Works.
Many states felt that when they joined the Union,
Many states felt that when they joined the Union,
they always withheld the right to leave it
they always withheld the right to leave it
whenever they pleased.
whatever they pleased. Okay, the slave states are here: Florida, Tennessee, South Carolina, Arkansas, Virginia, Mississippi, Louisiana, Georgia, Alabama, North Carolina, Texas, Delaware. Really? Maryland. I think this is Kentucky and Missouri. Unless I can name them well. I only know what this is New York. Who the hell is this guy? Many people living in 19th century America
Many people living in 19th century America often felt
more loyalty to their state than to the nation. That's not good for today.
more loyalty to their state than to the nation.
Poor America. Yeah, happy to them. Yeah, this guy was playing with Texas. Okay.
And now, with the South feeling
And now with the South feeling that it lost its voice
like it had lost its voice in the federal government, they were out.
They were out here. Ooh, these guys still remain. Maybe they came back. I think we should stick with it.
Out of here. South Carolina
South Carolina was the first to go. But they kicked out of the house.
was the first to go.
December 20,
And over a period of 6
January 9, January 10,
months,
and over a period of 6 months, one by one, 11 slave states
one by one, 11 slave states officially seceded from the
Union. This guy was the last to go.
Union, with just 4 contested border states.
With just 4 contested border states opting to remain. Fine.
Opting to remain. The seceding states issued a number of
The seceding states issued a number of official documents justifying their succession.
official documents justifying their
Justifying their succession.
secession. South Carolina proclaimed that it was northern state.
South Carolina proclaimed that it was the northern states. Wait a minute. I have to fix this thing for a bit. Okay, whatever. This one was hard to pick. An interesting nostalgia on the part of non-slaveholding states.
States' hostility to slavery
that renewed. Increasing hostility on the part of the non-slaveholding states to the institution of slavery had led to disregard of their obligation, and the laws of the general government had ceased to effect the objects of the Constitution Declaration by the immediate causes which induced and justified the secession of South Carolina from the Federal Union 1860.
Slavery that rendered the federal government illegitimate. Mississippi declared that their position was thoroughly identified.
Let's forget. Our position is broadly identified with the institution of slavery, the greatest material interest of the world. A declaration by the immediate causes which induced and justified the secession of the state of Mississippi from the Federal Union. 1861. Good.
Identified with the institution
of slavery.
And in a speech, the Confederate Vice President
Alexander Stephens
stated that the new Confederate government rested upon what he
what he called the great